What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode one of the new segment called Family Man Movement on Vigilantes Radio Live. It's a mesh between me and my brother, Pastor K Ice.
Yes,
What is
sir.
up, bro?
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Oh, man, you got it. You got it. Man, give me 1 second. It logged me out.
Oh, bro. Okay.
But in the meantime, what I can say is that, we hope to spark some real conversations, have some real guests on here who can offer some, insight from experience and professionalism.
Right.
You never know, you know, who we may have on the show to give their expertise or give their experience with being a family man because that's what we hope to spark the conversation around. Uh, thing taking forever. Gents being gents and giving their experience. So I believe, yeah, this was K Ice idea. And as soon as he told me the idea, I was like, yeah. Because honestly, I wasn't looking to do a new show. I mean, I was, but more so in the future. Um, there was this Christian radio station I wanted to start where we played Christian music videos and I played records from my playlist. And occasionally have people in the ministry come on and give their piece on the state of the church, on the state of human beings and what we're doing
Yeah.
to push the needle forward in getting the kingdom message out. Because it's about that time where we get the work.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, K Ice. I don't know if that's where your heart is at as well.
Same here.
But yeah,
Same here. Yeah.
all
Time is
right.
time is short too, so
Oh, it's real short. Time is real short.
getting crazy, man. People passing away left and right. It's just
Yeah. So tonight's episode, let me first put up our cover art. K Ice put this together as well, blending our pictures together, and
wow.
then showing the Family Man movement along with Vigilantes Radio Live and how, we are setting the pace for faith, leadership, and impact in our community, online and offline. So today's episode is called "What Does It Mean to Be a Family Man?" And the general statement is basically being a family man isn't a title automatically earned by being married, having children, paying bills, going to church, or calling yourself a good man. It's demonstrated by how you love, how you lead, how you communicate, how you take accountability, and how you treat people. So I believe that fits K I's mission when he first told me about it some years ago. And the question is, I want to ask you, gentlemen, are you actually a family man? And if you are not, if you're trying to be, this is the show for you. I believe I can speak for myself in saying that I'm not a perfect dad, a perfect father, a perfect husband, but I am working towards that. I'm learning every day what to do, what not to do, and having fun with it. You know, some things are eye opening that I learned about myself in the process. Um, just kicking that old narcissistic out. So um, we're not going to start with big biographies, but before we even explain what a family man movement is, I got a question for you guys. And what makes somebody a family man? Is it having children, being married, paying the bills, going to church, or is being a family man something you actually have to prove by the way you live? So I'm gonna bring K Ice into the mix because he created this movement. So I'm gonna put him on the spot first and foremost. So K Ice, yeah, K Ice, when you say family man, what exactly are you talking about?
Yeah. At first I thought like a family man was, just a person like that's married, have kids. But it started getting deeper than that for me. It started getting deeper. You know, um, a family man is a is a man that's trying to live positive. Serve God, and of course, if he has a family, he take care of his family. Um, but yeah, it's being a family man is being on the a man that's on the right path. On the righteous path.
Mm,
You know, to sum it up, yeah, family man is the guy that's on the righteous path. So like that song I got, I said, I love my wife, I love my kids, I love the brethren. A family man is who I is. So I'm saying that I love my family, but I love my friends too.
mm,
You know, so I'm just a man that try to love everybody. So I think
yeah.
a family man should be a person that's, like I say, that's seeking righteousness, love, positive energy. A godly man. That's what a family man is. A godly man. It's not just a man with kids, and a wife. I think it's really more. It's deeper for me. You know,
Mm.
but everybody have a different definition of family man. So
I like your definition for sure.
yeah, it gets deeper. It makes you want to do more, become better.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we are responsible for the people who are coming after us, and they're definitely watching. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And hey, check this out, right? So a lot of time we complain about the new generation,
mhm.
um, and they're this, they're that, but man, it's a lot of our fault why they like that. You know, we're the older ones, we're the parents, you know, and it's not like we're traditional type of parents. No, we're more like the cool hip hop culture type parents, and that could be good and bad, because the bad part is trying to be our kids' friends too much. Even the kids don't like it. As they get older, it's not like, man, you trying to be my friend too much. Like you're supposed to be a parent, but some of us want to go in the club with our kids and all that. But they at the end of the day, they ain't gonna respect you too much if you do that. It's better to stick to some of that traditional value, man. When raising kids.
Man, if you don't mind, I got to jump in because you're right. Some kids when they get older, they like, you should have been my parent versus my kid. But
Yeah,
I've seen the kid wanting the parent to be their friend and wanted to have that type of
yeah,
bond where they can, joke and play around.
yeah,
And then the
yeah,
other like, yo, you should have been more stern with me. Like, come on, man. You were all acting like a baby when I was.
yeah.
You like you want to be pacified, like you needed a friend or something.
Yeah. And I guess you know our generation, we kind of did wanted that. We don't want, we used to say when we was younger, like, I want to be cool with my kid, and you know,
No, we did
and
not want to hang out with our parents
no, no, no,
or be around them.
no, no, heck no. My daddy coming to the club with me, no, that wasn't happening. But our generation, it's just like, I don't know, it's just it
We
kind
want to
of
be
worked.
hands on and all involved and helicopter.
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes too involved. Like
Too involved.
the parents that go fight, go to the schools and fight with their kids.
Hmm.
That's wild too. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit too much. But
Yeah. I never understood that, like the dad and the son, or the mom and the daughter going to jump somebody.
Yeah. Hey, that's us. That's the new generation parents, the hip hop culture parents. That's what we do, you know. So, but we got to be careful with that, you know.
Yeah,
But we got to be careful, man. But that's us. And wow, can you imagine our kids raising their kids? Man, it's gonna be more, even more. I don't know, man. And then another thing is, you know, we grew up. Uh, you know, we heard, well, you can't do that. You know, my mama gonna get me, or my daddy. But now it's like we've been a little bit more easy with our kids. You know, like I haven't had to beat my kids a lot for real. It's like, you know, they didn't get it like we got it. You know, the stitching cords and this and that, and then we didn't want to do that. You know, because we was like, man, I don't want to do my kids like they did us. You know, especially with the extension cords and all that. It's like, it's a
yeah,
little too much. You know what I'm saying? It's a little
little
too much.
string. And then kids have access to them numbers they can call. Have them
Yeah,
posted at your door.
yeah, yeah. Things change. Things change, man. This things
Yeah,
change. I just,
you
yeah,
know, when I was a kid, I didn't really have access to a phone. You know, we had a house phone, but you know, they could pick up the other line and hear the conversation.
yeah. We ain't want, yeah. We ain't,
Now, you know, kids have cell phones, laptops, iPads,
I'm gonna
all
call the
kind of
boy.
ways to connect to the outside world. They can just call them folks on you.
Yeah, that is crazy, and that's crazy.
Yeah, but I haven't had to beat my kids either.
Yeah, man. It wasn't like that. You know, maybe because we was more bad. I don't know, when we needed it, but we was a little tougher. So, um, I guess we could take the switches. Because even and growing up in like middle school, we got paddles from the
mm,
principal. Bow, bow.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like, I don't know if the kids can take that now. Yeah, I don't.
nah,
Yeah.
nah, yeah. When I was in school, it was the paddles with the holes in them. It whistles. You know it's about to land. Like, ow. And then
Oh,
I get another one when I get home.
yeah, yeah. Hey man, I remember my cousin got hit by a car.
Mm,
Man, he got up so fast and ran. That was crazy because he was afraid of his daddy getting a beat from his daddy for getting hit by a car. So
yeah,
he made it home. He's like, man, ain't no. That's crazy, man. You know, like, well, that's the way it was back then. You know,
yeah, it was
get in trouble.
crazy times.
Crazy times, man.
Uh, so you sent me a video from Curtis King. He
Oh
did
yeah.
a yo, what's up, Zalu? Appreciate you watching.
What's up?
He said I feel I had the wife and the kids and we were a family, but I didn't become a family man until I put my family first, which was my kids.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure, for
So
sure. But I'm glad he said this. You
yeah,
see, the order is kids first, but really it's wife first. Really it's
yeah.
spouse first. You take care of your spouse first, and then the children follow. Uh,
Go ahead.
I work in the deaf care industry,
Hmm.
and I've seen people spend 60 years together, and then once the kids are grown and out of the house, there's nothing else that holds their relationship together. Everything was built around the kids because they put the kids first and not the spouse. So when the kids were gone and out of the house, there was no foundation, there was no real relationship there.
Yeah, that
And
makes
yeah, and I mentioned the death care because families come in and they prearrange their funerals with their spouses. And I've seen people come in, well, my husband just gave me some divorce papers, or my wife just gave me some divorce papers. You know, and when we met the couple, they were, you know, seemed like they was pretty good, but you
yeah,
never know what's going on behind the door. And
facts.
most of the time it's because they're building other things rather than building with their spouse first.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Zalu said, well, I'm no longer married.
No, but and then I was just gonna say that it's like it's hard. See, it's hard. It's hard to like you said, I gotta put my kids first now because I'm not married to her no more. So and it's like, what do I do now? It's like, you know, it's crazy, man. It's yeah, that's hard, man.
Yeah.
But it's true. We got only it's now we just gotta put our kid. I mean, you still care for your baby mama and all that stuff, but your kids come first now. It's like that union is broken now.
Yeah, definitely if you're not married or in a relationship with your
Yeah. But if you married, definitely spouse. Yeah.
spouse goes first.
Yeah, that
First
makes sense.
God, then spouse,
Yeah. Yeah.
then children,
Yeah.
then parents.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the order.
Some people put parents before
Mm.
spouses and kids.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When we was younger, the '90s, it's like we was so like I don't know if dear mama did that to our heads, but we were so serious about our mama. It's like I ain't putting no woman before my mama.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the wrong mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, if you married, you got to put your spouse before your parents. You know.
Absolutely.
Um.
So, KIS, you sent me a video, and I was trying to reach out to Curtis King, but time didn't allow. But I want to see if he'll grant us permission to use this song he made as our opener. So instead of just jacking his music, I'm gonna play the video from his YouTube page.
Yeah.
The old me would have just jacked the song and put it to the video. But I'm trying to do better.
Fathers in hip hop, baby. All the dad rappers gonna love this.
Why did Jesus have to die on the cross?
Yeah.
Why did he have to do it? I don't fully. Why did Jesus have to die on the cross?
Man, this thing tripping.
Yeah.
Why did
Hold on, let me read.
Why did Jesus have to die on the cross?
I knew it was gonna do that. Okay, give me a second.
Want me to send you the link?
Nah, I got it.
Okay.
But for some reason, when you off of YouTube for a long time, it refreshes. Well, at least mine does.
Yeah, it does.
All right, let me send it to myself again. In the meantime, what we're doing is a little bigger than ourselves. This is real talk, real life, real families, real conversation.
Yeah.
There's only really a few rules: love God, love yourself, love people, love God's creation. My name is Coach Dini, and you are
Pastor K Ice.
Yeah, in the mix with you guys. And it's time for the Family Man movement.
Yes, sir.
So, the question was, are you a family man? K-Ice, are you a family man?
Yes. And not because I was married and had 2 kids, especially when I felt like a family man when I had that. But as I grew older and stronger spiritually, more understanding, more love, just chasing God harder and trying to think more positive. That made me become more of a family man, because my love started spreading deeper than just for my wife and kids, my friends, family, strangers, just love one another, love your neighbor, So it's all about family, because we are just one big family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
Got it. Okay.
And then, am I a family man? Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
I do family activities. I spend one-on-one time with them. I try to teach them as much as I can, even though sometimes they don't want to hear it or learn those lessons.
Yeah.
but I try to, you know, get some gems in there every now and then. I get on one of my little speeches and say, "Oh, there go Dad again," on his soapbox or his crate. But you know, I enjoy my kids. I do. I enjoy the time we spend. Um, they love it. They love it when we're all together.
Yeah.
And they get along with each other very, very fine. So that makes my heart happy that they look out for each other. They're friends, you know, they're
Yeah.
buddies. They'll jump me in a minute if I'm messing with one of them. Yeah, I've been jumped many times. So and for me, I get to sometimes be a kid again, you know.
Yeah.
I don't always have to be business, 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 money, money, money. You know, I could be silly.
Yeah.
I could be a kid right along with them.
Yeah.
So, you know, joy and being childlike is good for your heart.
Yeah.
Instead of being all old and grumpy and complaining all the time. I mean, I don't like to hear complaints, so I don't want to be complaining all the time.
For real.
And if it sounds like I'm complaining, it's just me trying to, you know, guide you to be better, to be responsible, because one day I won't be here.
Yeah. Facts.
And I don't need you out here looking crazy, not knowing anything.
Yeah.
All right, so
let me add something. That make you a family man. You know, you got the wife and kids, but you also, you know, you're a positive brother. You know what I'm saying? You got loving heart and all that. So that too, you know what I'm saying? You growing stronger in that. So that's making you even a more stronger family man. So
yeah.
you know.
Oh man, honestly, it took a long time to get here, longer than it should have.
You know, I mean,
yeah, no, man, I was very selfish.
Okay.
Very, very selfish, and I didn't know it. I thought I was doing, you know, what I was supposed to be doing, but from an emotional, supportive part, it was very selfish.
Okay.
Yeah, very selfish, and it took me a while to realize that.
Yeah, man. We all growing stronger. You know, getting better and better. Hey, man, you got people, you know, 60, 70 years old still struggling with that. Whatever you just said, you know, what you just said, like about being selfish, and so I know you said it took you real long, but I mean,
yeah, longer than it should have. I put it that way.
Okay.
And I have to say that because some of my children didn't get to experience this version of me that I am now.
Yeah.
And trying to go back, it's like you had your moment, that moment's gone.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, but that's who you were at that time. Like my kids, I'm you know, 20 years ago, I was another person. I'm better now, you know. So don't be too hard on yourself, man. You know.
Yeah. It's just a hard pill to swallow sometimes when you think about it. It's like, oh man, you know, this kid is getting this version of me that's way better than I was 20 years ago. And this kid did not get that. You know, they got the worst part of me.
I know, man.
And,
hey, man.
They didn't deserve that. It's not their fault. But,
I know it. Hey, man, we are growing up, man. So, you know,
we're growing.
Yeah.
All right. So I have the clip here. It's a great song.
Yeah.
It's a short, so I can't really blow it up.
Never understood Planned Parenthood, cause I never met nobody planning to be a parent in the hood.
Dama doesn't let this verse be your introduction to fatherhood. Know what you did is contributed to a common good. I know this world is chaotic and feeling godless, but it's gotta feel amazing, your lady, and you did something about it. You're not a doctor, but this about to test your patience. 4 a.m. that baby crying and relying on you waking. Pacing in that kitchen, shaking bottles full of Similac. Gotta test the temperature and then you go deliver that. There's not a note that comes close to hear your baby sing, swinging from that baby swing, humming them the maybe C's. Before you know it, they grow up and take their first step. That's when you gon' probably feel that surge to get to work, yeah. That's when it feel urgent and you see your greater purpose. Don't no clowns come around unless that nursery is circling your seed in the crib where they sleep. Speaking of that, I know you ain't seen that in weeks. This is parenthood.
Never understood Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him, can we use that as the intro?
Yeah,
'Cause I like that. I like that a lot.
Fathers in hip hop.
Fathers in hip hop. Which is should we say that idea you was trying? You wanna like? Yeah. There be some people stealing ideas around here. This is all right. But Zalu, he put a question in the chat.
Okay.
He said traditions. How would you describe them if you are continuing from your family before you or creating new ones? Okay. What I think he's saying is, what if you have to create new traditions for the family you have now because the family you had before didn't have any? I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, I took it as he's saying we really can't follow the old traditions our parents, that era. You know, we in this new era, new generation, we got to kind of I guess fit our traditions with this new modern world. Something like that, I think he's saying.
Yeah, I think the answer is in his question. If you have a new family and hold on, here you go. Nah, how you going about it? You going with new or continuing the old? Okay. Now that's up to you. If the family traditions that you were used to growing up wasn't, sometimes we didn't know we were in toxic family. We didn't know our family was toxic until we meet other people who tell us, nah, man, what you doing is very toxic. What you doing is very narcissistic. What you doing is very selfish. And maybe we didn't know that because that was what we grew up in. It was normal. That view of love was warped.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a family, it's your chance to do something new.
Yeah.
You have a blank slate. You don't have to pass down those toxic traits to your kids. You don't have to let them experience that because you experienced that. You have a clean slate to be the leader and to set the premises of where your family is headed. Even if you messed up the first 19 years of their life, you still have a chance to stand in front of them and say, this is what we're doing. This is who I am now. And can y'all at least give it a chance? But if you're starting a young family, that's the best time to start new traditions. If you want to sit down and eat a meal as a family, sit down and eat a meal as a family. If you want to have movie night with popcorn and candy, have movie night with popcorn and candy. Yep. There's no rules to say you can't do this and can't do that, or you got to do what your parents did. As the leader of the home, you're setting the rules. You're setting the tradition. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
And if you really want to make it something, get their input. Let them pitch in some ideas. Because I assume that kids are watching other families, either in real life or on TV, and maybe even slightly envying what's happening in this household because they don't have it in their household. And kids don't really express that. they just secretly have resentment, and then they grow up with "I hate my dad, I hate my mom" songs. And you're like, whoa, because you didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't know. You only know what you know.
Mm-hmm. No, but that's real. Yeah, you can, like you say, you go on movie night, sit down and eat. You got even people breaking holiday traditions, like they family, and so and it's like, "Oh, I don't want to do that with my family." So you're allowed to do that, um,
Yeah.
especially with certain holidays. It's like we waking up to certain stuff now. It's like, oh, I don't want to participate in that. So, hey,
Yeah,
but,
holidays is kind of that's a tough one, especially when they, celebrated numerous of years and their peers are celebrating. It's hard to. We're not doing that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Now, if your
Especially,
spouse is bored, then it's a little easier because
I
there's
ain't when
no
you say
war.
it's possible.
I said if your spouse is on board with those decisions, then
Oh yeah,
and it's a lot easier
yeah,
to. We're not doing this because your spouse is right there supporting that decision and feel the same
correct,
way. But
correct.
if spouse don't agree, there's always going to be like,
Yeah, you're like, I want to celebrate Christmas, and she's like, I mean, mama, we do this all the year. I'm like, oh, duh, man,
yeah. And there's conflict.
conflict, family conflict. Yeah, but yeah, this show is very important. It's time to talk about family. Um, I think we at that place where a lot of people want to talk about family. I know we talk about relationships a lot, but let's go bigger. Let's go bigger than just the man and woman romantic stuff. Let's go bigger with parenting, romantic, the kids, everything, friendship, relatives. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm
Yeah,
hoping this family man movement stuff do. Just talk about it all.
absolutely. So the
Yeah.
next question would be, who taught us how to be men?
Good
No,
question.
you know what? We got to say that one.
Okay.
We got to say
Okay.
that one.
All right.
Because it's kind of building.
Yeah.
We're breaking down like what's going on within the families. And sometimes the things that are going on within the family started at some point with someone teaching someone or not teaching someone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, I got some other clips, man, that I want to show.
Okay.
I'm not sure what time we started. The show was supposed to start at 8, but I had some audio technical difficulties. So I think we were delayed like 15 minutes, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
So we'll go to 9:15. That gives us what, 15 minutes? Well, 20 minutes. So yeah, I want to show these clips. First one is Nipsey Hussle. I've never seen this before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check that out.
I think the definition of fatherhood is the consistency of being a father figure in your child's life. And I think the definition of being a man, that's a long one, but I think what it boiled down to is just being thorough. And I read in the Bible that women and children can be careless, you know what I mean? Men can't be careless. So I think being thorough and whatever the opposite of carelessness is, define what being a man is at the core. I think the definition.
Why did Jesus have to die?
Mm-hmm.
I had some other ones, but it looks like the playlist changed on me.
Dang.
1 second. All right, yeah, let's go. I had some good ones too, man. I hate it when it does that. But tag on YouTube. All right, here we go. Start with this one.
Nobody has the real definition of what true love or what true
Yeah.
fatherhood is.
That's a fact.
So if that was his love language, I'm gonna sit here and say he did that well. No matter if I looked at the other person, I'm like, dang, well, I wish my daddy did that. Hey, but your daddy is doing this.
So your dad was there.
Yes, my daddy was there.
Was your dad there?
My father was
Was
there.
your dad there?
My dad was there, but his father wasn't there for him, but he was there for me and my siblings. So he made
Your
up.
grandfather.
When I say was your dad there, how does that register for you?
I think I knew he was at all times. Well, a lot of times, and you know, he used to go. You know, we spend time with each other sometimes. So to me, he was there. But I feel like some people, daddy who there and still ain't there like somebody who ain't there, because if you're not there here, like my family partied all the time. So even when they was there,
he wasn't present.
They never was there, but he was there when he was there. Like, if that make any sense?
How do you deal with it?
So I know what you're doing, so I gotta like put myself in my daughter's shoes.
Right.
She only 8, so she gonna try it. I'm not gonna get upset at her for trying it. You're gonna try it, and you're gonna bump your head. I'm gonna put a little ice on there, and I'm gonna tell you why this not gonna work, and then I'm gonna show you what can work. You ain't gotta manipulate me versus your mom or your mom versus me.
Nobody has the real definition of what true love or what true fatherhood is.
Well, so what is fatherhood and motherhood then? It's the commitment to work for the ultimate good, to nurture, to foster the full development and integration of everybody that I come in contact with, to use all of my gifts, all of my abilities, all of myself, my body, everything I have, everything God's given me, to foster the full development and growth and integration of every person I encounter. Well, so what is fatherhood and motherhood then?
Today we address the issue of a man's leadership in his home, his leadership of his family. This is a crucial topic, for in fact, a man's leadership in his home is pivotal not only to the church, but also to the state. It was Manton who said that the home is the seminary of both the church and the state. The home is the place where leaders for the church are forged. In fact, a man is to be examined for leadership in the church by first looking at his track record of leadership in his home. It is a man's leadership in his family that is foundational to determining whether or not he is even qualified for leadership among God's people. Today we address the issue.
It's difficulties. Yeah, there's good times, no doubt. But there's hardship. And that's why it's half your deen. It's half your faith. We love kids. But no one wants to be a father. Your ability to have children doesn't make you a man. Your ability to raise those children, your ability to father those children, that's what makes you a man, bro. It's difficulties.
What kind of relationship do you have with your father, your real father? It's often ambivalent, right? Because there's an element of him that encouraged you, hopefully, because without the encouragement of your father, man, the world is a dismal place. It's very difficult to be a courageous person unless you have your father in body and spirit behind you. It's very demoralizing. Like, it really kills people not to have their mother. They just don't recover from that. But and I think people can recover from a fragmented father relationship, but it's the next worst thing, you know, because if your father rejects you or doesn't form a relationship with you, it's as if the spirit of civilization has left you outside the walls as of little worth. It's very difficult for people to recover from that. What kind of relationship do you have with?
Okay, I know this sounds a little far-fetched, but what if we...
You will never forget this. This is a bottle of water. I'm going to pour this out into this glass. So the act of pouring myself out automatically made me a father. Whatever is in this bottle is in this glass. So in the Hebrew language, this would be called Abba. So this is called the source. This is called the resource. So you are God's resource. He is your source. The Jehovah's Witnesses have a...
If you're a good father, you're radically encouraging, and you encourage your children to go out into the world and prevail. You don't shelter them. You push them out and you say, no matter what comes your way, kid, I've got confidence that you can handle it, no matter how challenging or daunting. And when you see your children doing that, if you're a good father, it fills you with gratitude and love to see your children acting that out, even at an early age, taking the risks of their first steps or climbing their first play structure or going out in the playground to make new friends when they're strangers or going off to school alone. It's dangerous out there. It's like, good, go. I know you can handle it. If you're a good father, you're radically encouraging, and you encourage your children to go out into the world and prevail. You don't shelter them. You push them out and you say, no matter what comes your way, kid, I've got confidence that you can handle it, no matter how
And fatherhood is a spirit. It is a spirit of fatherhood. It's biological, but it's also the spirit of fatherhood, because a man, the reason we have fatherlessness is because men don't accept the responsibility of having the spirit of a father, the love of a father. What should happen naturally out of our spirit, mind, and body and soul in the love of that child doesn't happen because we're selfish. So that's fatherlessness. So the spirit of a father is not always just biological, but it's also a man you're mentoring, a man you're helping, a young boy that you're lifting up. And fatherhood is a spirit. It is a spirit of...
My situation was a DNA test. I found out my son wasn't my son.
How old was he at the time when you found out?
He was 6. And that literally broke my heart. But it broke my heart to where I couldn't stop loving him. The love was already there. How do you stop loving something because of your pain? It's different when you're trying to love something new, but if something was already there and the pain was there, you just can't stop loving it. So that right there, man, opened my eyes to what unconditional love is. It ain't just, it has to be yours. You could unconditionally love something if you're putting the time into it. My situation was...
Wow.
We all know what a stepfather is. It's somebody that takes a responsibility. They when they marry someone, the person that they're marrying has children, they're taking on a responsibility as a father in that child's life. If you are a man approaching a situation, you want to be dad, you want to be father, and the child still has their biological father in their life, you can't enter that situation to be like, well, they got a dad. I don't have to be fully there. I don't have to be fully engaged. That's not true. You're living in the house of the child while the biological father isn't. Biological father that's active in the life of their child, they're going to want to make sure everything is on the up and up with the dude that's living in the house with their kids. If you're not willing to be 100% with the child, I would just suggest to you that you do yourself a favor and maybe reconsider marrying someone with children. We all know what a stepfather is.
I want to talk about real dads today. Not fathers, but I want to talk about dads. Anybody can be a father. Take a real man to be a daddy, though. I want to talk about real dads today.
He said nothing.
There's a myth in our culture that says a dad's job is just to provide for their family. And while that's such an important job of fatherhood, fatherhood is about so much more than that. We need dads to emotionally engage with their kids. Leading your family is so much more than just about setting rules and expectations on morality, but it's about shepherding what's going on in your child's heart, understanding what they're feeling, understanding what they're desiring, and applying the truth of God's word to that. There's a myth in our...
I've always wanted to be a dad. I've always wanted to be a parent. And then having a baby, it's not having the baby. Like, I did it. I have the kid. I'm a dad now. I'm done. It's like, no. Being what I want to be, what I'm excited to, how you show up every single day for that kid's for the rest of your life, essentially, if you're lucky enough, then you just show up every single day trying to be your best. And that's what being a dad is. It's every single day showing up. It's not just the day your wife conceives the child. And another kind of wake up call that I had is that your children eventually will know exactly who you are. For an extended period of time, they're going to think of you as like a hero, as a god, as perfect. And then they're going to turn to a certain age and realize that you're human and there's a lot of shit you don't know. And any like burdens you have, anything you try and hide from them, they see through it all, and there's no hiding anything from them. So you really have to like be on your, you have to work on your shit, solve your problems, not be a passive aggressive asshole, not do whatever your faults so you don't pass them on to them. I think that just responsibility within that is
real talk.
So what so what about all these people out here with kids that don't have those attributes? What you call them?
Go ahead and say it, Calvin.
I call
Go
them.
ahead.
I don't call them. I don't call them fathers.
I dare
Because
you.
some have some. No, I don't tread lightly with this one. Most of them not fathers. They might be a dad, but they're not fathers.
And see that right there is, I
So,
guess, the difference. I don't differentiate between those two.
I differentiate.
I know people
because
do.
to me, the source, the time it takes to be a father to somebody.
So
let me give you just a couple other things about fathers. And we've talked about it a few times. I talk about it all the time. And that is this. Never talk to your children about God unless you have first talked to God about your children. Don't talk to your children about God unless you first have talked to God about your children. In other words, let it come out of a spirit of prayer and love and emotive encouragement. And then another thing is this: you're only qualified to lead to the degree you're willing to serve. Let me give you just a couple other things about fathers. And we'll talk.
Don't got a heart, but fuck it, I'm paid. Look, it be the body, you fresh out the cage. I'm still the same for minimum wage. They tryna keep up, so they stalking my page. They do what I say, they tryna get saved. They line up for me like they copping the J's. Don't got a heart, but fuck it, I'm.
A dad doesn't just provide. He invests in his family's future. He builds more than a home. He builds values, character, and legacy. His love isn't always loud, but it's steady. He's the quiet strength behind every step forward, the protector of dreams, and the foundation that never cracks, even under pressure. Real fatherhood is not measured by paychecks, but by presence, wisdom, and the moments he shows up when it matters most. He's not just raising children, he's shaping futures. A dad doesn't just provide,
All right, that was a barrage of clips.
Yeah, good clips. Good clips. We learning too.
Yeah,
learning too. So I heard Steve Harvey say, a father, like he said, the word dad is more better than the word father, and then the other guy said, many guys are not fathers; they're just dads. So it's like, which one? Which word is better? You know, they're saying two different things, but I don't know.
Is there a difference to you between a father and a dad?
We try to. I try to. Nah, dad, father. I mean, there's a difference between a man that's in their kid's life. I don't know what you want to call that. Oh, well, you know what? I think something just clicked in with what Steve Harvey said. Being a dad does sound different than a father, like, because you could be the father of that kid, but are you being a dad to that kid? Because a dad is like the one that's involved. You know, I guess that word dad sound like, I don't know.
Yeah, dad sounds like, what's the right word? Like mine. You know, M-I-N-E, a possessive, a possession, a person that, you know, dad is an intimate word to me.
Yeah.
Versus father, you know, it's more formal, yes sir, respect, you know.
Yeah. So Steve Harvey is right.
Yeah. You know, I've had some kids call me father. I had some kids call me dad. Which one is sweeter to my ears? Dad.
Damn, you right, bro. My kids never call me father. Oh, dad. Yeah, dad do sound better.
Yeah, it's like they call you dad. It's like my buddy. You know, my person.
Yeah.
You're my dad. You know.
Yeah. Okay, we just learned something tonight.
Yeah.
Dad.
I mean, that's how I feel. You know.
Yeah.
Even with
Well, I
my own
learned
dad.
Yeah.
I don't never call him like father. Hey, father. You know, it's always
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey, hey, pops. I call him pops. You know, because he old now.
Hey,
He's
believe it or
an old
not,
dad.
I still call my daddy daddy.
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 See,
That's
you Haitian. You can get away with that. It don't sound right coming out of my mouth. I can't do it.
Yeah.
He may say, hey man, go out the door, come back. Say something proper.
Oh man.
And then my wife be like, gay. Yeah, I can't say that. But yeah, man, dad is more intimate to me.
Yeah, that's true. Like a mother, mom. Yeah.
Yeah, if you a mom versus a mother, it's like, anybody can be a mother.
Yeah.
But a
Hey,
mom?
Can you imagine that song, Dear Mother? Instead of Dear Mama.
You a mama? Oh. You a mom or a mama?
Yeah.
You doing it, you know, you doing it.
That's true. Yeah.
But if they calling you mother or for father, sperm donor, or person who had me, you know, you may want to check that connection.
Dang, yeah. Shoo, man. Yeah, I mean, see, these topics, these conversations, very important, man. Especially as we getting older. You know, even our kids getting older, so they want to be part of these conversations too. Because it's not like most of our kids is you in it either teenager or you're in your 20s. So you know, you're getting older.
You just gave me a bright idea, K-Ice.
What?
So I told you the idea that I had. I think I'm gonna ask some kids too. So we'll have the female perspective, the male perspective, and then the children's perspective.
You're right. Yeah, for real.
You know, kids are on the front line.
Yeah.
They gonna know more than any male or female. Because they are still experiencing the changes, the consistency or the inconsistency.
Yeah. Sure. You know, I'm trying to be the best dad I can be. You know, I ain't gonna say I'm the best. You know, I lack in some areas, but I'm trying to be better. And you know what I would love. I would love to do this one day with my family. Well, you know, my kids and my kids' mom, to get a therapist, and we just all sit down and just talk about everything. You see what I'm saying? Just whatever's on your heart, you know, whatever pain you holding in, you want to, you know, because kids hold stuff for years, and you know, it's time to let it out, you know. But have a therapist there, a Christian therapist. I want, you know,
somebody to mediate the conversation.
Got to.
Without it, it may be like some.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely someone trained who know how to redirect energy or to see energy manifesting and kind of, you know, change the topic before it come out.
Yeah.
Once you say it, it's out there.
Yeah.
Whether it's a
see,
joke.
Come on,
exactly. Comment, sarcasm, or the truth.
Yeah.
Once it leaves your lips, it's out there.
That's it. So I like what Kirk Franklin doing with that show. You know, he got all the. I ain't never seen that episode. He got all the comedians this time. That's the country way.
I've never seen the show. Period. What is he
Oh,
doing? Like sitting down, eating with people, and having real conversations.
Yeah, so there's a celebrity chef come in and cook. I'm not sure if they switch up the chefs, but I believe they do. I'm not sure, but he gets guys from the entertainment industry, sports, whatever, and they sit down and they just talk about, man stuff, just trauma, past trauma, and all. Just open up, And he's not like trying to be their therapist or nothing. He's just having everybody just open up and talk. Sometimes we need that, just talk, especially among us men,
Yeah.
Because sometimes we don't want to say certain things in front of women, So, yeah. So it's a good show. We need and we need more of that. We need more of that type of edutainment. We need more.
Oh, Zalu says there was a post about how they have sexualized daddy so much that now it's weird for a grown woman calling her dad daddy, but it should not be that way. I totally agree. Totally agree.
They got Zaddy with the Z. Yeah,
that's why I don't eat at Zaxby's, because all their food is start with a ZA, a salad. No thanks. I do not want a salad.
Yeah, man.
He also says, me and my kids used to sit at a table once a week and take turns expressing our issue with one another. No judgment, no rebuttal. That's real cool.
Yeah, that's good.
My kids at one point in time taught me something. It was something on TikTok where it's like, we listen and don't judge. So we started doing that. It was like, because, they're telling me something, I'm getting ready to jump into dad mode. This is what you should have did. Like, Dad, we listen and we don't judge. Not like, oh yeah, you're right, Aubrey. We listen and we don't judge. And it just kept doing it. So for like a month or two, we were doing that, having those little conversations where they would tell me what was on their heart and I couldn't judge them for it.
Yeah. That's good, man. You see, we need more stuff like that.
Yeah, we haven't did that in a while. I stopped being so judgy too. I mean, every now and then I'm, got my finger in their face, but
yeah, definitely.
We still have fun. It's just some things they got to do better on. And I feel like if I don't say anything, I'm just letting it slide, overlooking and letting them
can't do that.
Go wild.
Can't do that. Yeah. Because the scriptures say if we don't correct our children, we don't love them. You see what I'm saying? Even God correct us because He loves us. He said He chastised us because He loves us. You know what I'm saying? So we do gotta, and it does says don't spare the rod. Like basically, you can spank your kids. Don't tear them up now. Don't abuse them, but you can spank them. Or they're gonna be out of control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They need that discipline.
They do. Man, I got another idea. So a topic I want to bring to the table is, and this is personally for me, how I view God as a father. And it has rewired how I think about myself as a father to my kids. And before I dive any further, I'll just give you like an example. Or we'll save that for another show. But the example is, sometimes we pray for things and we don't get it. And, probably I used to get mad. Yeah, I used to get mad. Like, oh, man, there's no, I'm not saying there's no God, but, God doesn't hear me. You know, He left me on scene. He didn't read my text or whatever. But I think about it in the sense of, if my kid asks me, can they drive my car? I know they're not ready for it. So I'm not going to give them that because it will hurt them.
Yeah.
And maybe God, as my father, is telling me no, because whatever I'm asking for, I'm not ready for it. And it will hurt them.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm asking for $1 million, but in the current state of my heart and the condition of how I think, I'm not ready for $1 million. Maybe 250K, but not $1 million.
It can hurt you.
$1 million, I may say I may not need my father anymore. I may not need my God no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
My kid get a car at 12, they may say, I may not need my dad to take me around no more. I got me.
Yeah.
And because they get in the car at 12, they're no longer under my protection of driving that vehicle for them and getting them to their destination in one piece. So once I started viewing God as my actual father, you know, I think differently about blessings. Like, I'll give you another example. Like, my youngest will come ask me for some candy. I give her some candy. She come ask me for more candy. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not giving you candy. You know, and they pout because I know it's going to hurt her stomach sooner or later.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I will space it out and go give her some candy later. Because I think of blessings like that. I'm asking God to bless me. He already blessed me. While I'm in his face again.
Yeah.
And I don't know God's timing. 1,000,000 years, 1 year for him. His time is not our time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of helped me with, you know, being a dad too, just visualizing how I interact with God and how I perceive God to be, who God to be.
Yeah. 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 We definitely need we definitely got to go to our daddy, you know, our father, to get that understanding and knowledge, you know, because even to love ourselves, we got to love God first. He's going to teach us how to love ourselves, and then we give that energy to people, loving people. That include our kids, spouse, other humans, strangers, friends, relatives, whatever, you know. So yeah, you definitely got to go to him. We definitely need him to guide us on how to do this and set that example for us.
Indeed, indeed. All right, guys, I feel like we're out of time, so we can convene on the next episode 2.
So
I'll
this is
come back.
episode 1.
I'll come back with views from the crew, female perspective of what a family man is, the male perspective on what a family man is, and the children perspective on what a family man is.
That's that one right there gonna be like,
yeah,
children.
It's gonna be an
like
eye opener.
yeah. And we dedicate this first show to Pagosi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Rest
bro.
in peace, Pagosi.
Maybe that's why I remember I texted you into our group chat, and you was like, man, I thought Poe texted me.
Man, you freaked me out, man. I thought Poe was texting in the group chat. I mean, I wouldn't say I was disappointed it was you, but
yeah,
it's like, oh,
man, I was so sleepy, man. I was like, I sent it to you, and I sent it to the group. Yeah. So
it's all good though.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're about to get out.
Family Man Movement, Vigilantes Radio. See y'all next time.
See you next time. Peace.
Peace.